In a quiet town in Alabama, in the year 1880, a little girl named Helen Keller was born. She was full of life, laughing, playing, and exploring the world around her. But then, at just 19 months old, a sudden illness struck, leaving her completely blind and deaf. The world around Helen faded into silence and darkness. Confused and frustrated. Then one day, hope arrived at their doorstep. A young woman named Anne Sullivan, just 20 years old, stepped into Helen's life. She was not just a teacher, she was a fighter, someone who had faced blindness herself and overcome it. She believed, without a doubt, that Helen could learn. But first, she had to break through the barrier. Anne began by spelling words into Helen's hand, over and over again. Helen resisted. She didn't understand. The world had never given her words before, but Anne was patient. And then, one moment changed everything. Standing by the water pump, Anne placed one of Helen's hands under the cool stream while spelling WATER into her other palm. Again and again. Suddenly, Helen's fingers froze. She gasped. It was as if a light had been switched on inside her mind. Water. It had a name. Helen's world exploded with understanding. If water had a name, then so did everything else. She ran from object to object, tree, ground, doll, mother, demanding their names, drinking in language like she had been thirsty for it all her life. From that moment, Helen's hunger for knowledge was unstoppable. She learned to read Braille, to write using a special board, and even to speak by feeling vibrations with her fingers. She was determined to prove that her disabilities would not define her. And she did. She became the first deaf-blind person to attend college, graduating from Radcliffe College with honors. She typed essays, read philosophy, and captivated her professors with her brilliant mind. Then, at just 22 years old, Helen did something extraordinary. She wrote her life story. Her autobiography, The Story of My Life, became an international sensation. Readers around the world were inspired by the girl who had once been trapped in silence, but had now found her voice through words. And she didn't stop there. Helen wrote 13 more books, speaking out about disability rights, women's rights, and social justice. She met presidents, befriended Mark Twain, and traveled across the globe, proving to the world that no obstacle, no blindness, no deafness, no expectations could silence a determined mind.
It, and the first word was learned. After her 7th lesson, she was able to speak the sentence word by word, I am not dumb now.
No.